and you had to use the cover-up method. We are not graphing today, okay? We are changing forms, okay? So yesterday we had standard form, which was ax plus by equals c. Y equals mx plus b is what form? Slope-intercept. So we are going to rewrite something that was in standard form to slope-intercept today, okay? And what you notice in standard form, your x and y's are on the same side. In slope-intercept, you have to move your x. You need just your y on this side. This is the same thing that we did when we did literal equations, okay? We did literal equations. It's the same thing. So, yeah, I am. For notes, for people that are absent, or other reasons if I need to. Okay, so solve for y means, that's how I would approach it before solve for y. Now it will say change to slope-intercept. Are you getting one for AJ? That's nice, thank you.
So you add the x, so it's gonna be 5.
Okay.
3x.
So Jordan's already doing the first one. I need to get the y by itself. So that means I'm going to add 3x to the other side. And we get y equals 3x plus 5. Is that in slope-intercept form?
Yes.
So you are finished with part A. Part B is what's your slope? 3 over 1 or just 3. And then C is what's the y-intercept? And we know the y-intercept will have an x value of 0 and the y value will be 5. Okay? So you have the only new part is changing it to a different form. Okay? So on number 2, we need to leave the x, so we are going to subtract x to the other side. So we will have y equals negative x minus 3.
No, she said avoid that one. We're not gonna do that one.
So what is your slope? What is the number in front of the x here? Negative 1. What is your y-intercept?
0,
0, negative 3. And yes, I'm aware of, by 8th bell today, that I wrote the same problem twice, so you don't have to do problem number 3.
Okay.
We're going to go on to number 4.
So what we doing after this? We done?
Let's subtract.
This sheet, and then you're done.
Ooh.
Okay, so number 4. These get a little bit harder. So I'm still going to subtract the x. So I get negative 2y equals negative x minus 6. But I need the y by itself. So how do I get rid of that?
Add 2.
Divide by? Divide by negative 2. And when I divide by negative 2, I have to divide each part on the other side. It can't be one great big division bar. Okay? I write them in the notes like Math Excel. And since your school chooses to use Math Excel for your assessments, you need to get familiar with how to put them in there. Okay? So this is going to be y equals. Now, this is like a negative 1x. So what's a negative divided by a negative? Positive. So this is 1/2 x. You cannot put 0.5 in there. It will not allow you to do it. Well, it will allow you to do it. It's just going to mark it wrong. You have to write them as fractions. Okay? And now I have negative 6 divided by negative 2. What's a negative divided by a negative? Somebody already said it. Plus 3. Thank you. Okay. So what is your slope now that I have that problem? 1/2. And the y-intercept is 0, 3. Okay, they get harder as they go down the page. And you should recognize that they're going to be more difficult because every variable has a number with it other than 1. Okay? So that means the difficulty goes up. So on number 5, we're going to add 2x. And so we're going to have 7y equals 2x plus 21. And then we are going to divide by 7. Now, 2/7. Can that reduce? Is there a number that goes into 2 and 7? No. So you're going to leave it as 2/7 x
2/7 x plus 3.
plus 3, because 21 divided by 7 is 3.
Already know.
So what's your slope here?
2/7.
2/7, and your 0.3. Okay, so number 6, we are going to subtract 6x. Okay,
4y equals
so negative 4y equals negative 6x minus 12. I'm going to divide by negative 4. So I have y equals, now, negative 6 divided by negative 4. Okay, if you put that in your calculator because you don't know what it is, if I do negative 6 divided by negative 4, it's going to tell you 1.5. If you change it, it's going to do 3 1/2. That's still not acceptable in Math Excel. So if it's a mixed, that's a mixed number. You have to do second ABC, and you get 3/2. If you can do it without having to use the calculator, that's fine.
I just did my review and realized I wasn't doing it.
Oh, you
I
did
need
it
the
in
password.
No. Oh, it's update.
And then it's gonna be
A homework
0,
is always update.
0, 0.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna do this
Okay.
now.
And then I have negative 12 divided by negative 4, which is plus 3. So what's your slope?
3/2.
3/2, and what's your y-intercept? 0.3.